You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show. Hello and welcome to Movie Bears with the Farx brothers. I'm Kirk.
And I'm Kyle.
And we're joined by Michael. Who is I don't even know your last name.
Williams.
Well, actually, how
filmmaker.
You're a multi-hyphenate. This is how we always start the show. I'm going to preface your multi-hyphenates by saying, Michael, we know each other from the gym.
Yes.
You're wearing Element gear, so people might have seen Element on social media, and you make all the social media videos for this gym, and those get hundreds, if not thousands, of views daily, correct?
Yeah.
So you're probably a more successful filmmaker than a lot of filmmakers who will come on the show and have been on the show because people are more regularly consuming your content. Now, please tell me all the things you do for money except that last one that you don't talk about anymore.
That is hilarious.
It's a hell of an introduction.
That is hilarious.
Hell of an introduction.
It is so funny. So develop some real estate. Own a cleaning business. Those are like the two, probably the most prominent things. The cleaning business is a day-to-day like hustle and grind. Of course, I do all like the marketing and content there, and then the affordable housing stuff. That's what the developing real estate is. We develop affordable housing with the city of St. Paul, and so there's some like right now it's November or like October to December is what we call like application season, and so basically like all day every day when I'm not at the gym I'm like looking at my laptop trying to make sure the next 3 years of my life have developing real estate in them.
Yeah, wow.
But and all of those things can be accentuated and like exploded through like content, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of to wrap it back around, that's kind of what got me down the rabbit hole of content. So
Which thing got you first? Was it the gym or was it the real estate development?
It was actually cleaning business that made
cleaning
me.
business?
When we got the cleaning business, we like closed on it January of last year. I was like, let's just run it. I've been doing gaming. I've done like gaming videos, Twitch streams, and did like a gaming podcast for a little bit.
Nice.
How many episodes?
Like 7, and then the second we guests were hard, we're like, oh, we'll chill out on this.
You're our 79th guest. I have no idea if
that's
that
amazing.
True.
It's not 79, it's our 79th episode.
Are we going to do something big for 80?
We didn't do anything big for 69 or 50.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're 10 late for 69, so let's just 69 all night.
Yeah.
At least plus 10.
So those are the kind of the 3 things that I do primarily today. And then the second that I got a clean booked through my content, I was like, oh my gosh. Like I can post this video and someone sees it and it gets my cleaner's money on Wednesday when I payroll hits. I'm like, that's money. That forget views, that's money today. You know what I mean? And so that's what was like, I'm all in. And so I mean, I did like 270 videos in a row on my personal Instagram around the cleaning business.
270 over how much time?
Literally like it was every day from like January, the first or second week of January up until like late October, like mid-November, literally almost like every single day. And then if you add in, I'm doing Elements because this is like last year, so I'm doing Elements. And I'm also doing, that was on my print, I'm doing like the occasional lake maids, like, making sure the Instagram's nice there. So much content. I mean, like literally up to the heavens in content over the last like year and a half. So it's been like just a dive into it. So.
What are you shooting on?
Today an FX30 with a Tamron 17 to 70 f2.8.
Okay.
And then I just ended up picking up the DJI mini mics, I had the Rode 2, like the Rode Goes.
Just on top of the mic kind of thing?
Yeah. And because mostly I'll do like one-on-ones or I just shot an event recently and I was like, oh my God, only a boom mic. This is insane. I got to start ChatGPT and what's the best mic compatible with my camera or a shotgun mic. I'm going to need some sort of mic that's not just clipped on the neck and not just importing through my camera. You know what I mean? You're
a sound guy.
You guys especially know. But a lot of
Sennheiser.
If it's not the FX30, it's my phone. Like a lot of people get surprised, but a lot of those videos are just on my phone. Like that. I forgot to send you that documentary. But
you made the documentary about
entirely on your phone?
Yeah, literally, just like on my iPhone. I had like a gimbal, and then I was shooting it through some like, don't mean to say it this way, like literally some Chinese app that like allowed you to like wide fan it even more so than the Apple phone does. Literally, it's called like Shou-Chan or something.
So there's an app that you can buy through that's probably made in China.
Yeah.
That you will expand how much your
Focal, yeah, literally. There's also an app, you know, the Black Magic camera app on iPhone allows you on iPhone. I have an iPhone like 16 Plus.
Okay.
Allows you to shoot Apple ProRes and then Apple Log, and there's no capability to do that in the default camera, and that's through a free app on the Apple Store. So you can, and the files that I would say shooting in that, you need like a terabyte of storage because any video I shoot through that is just eating up file size. But
we shoot on Blackmagic, so that makes sense because what Blackmagic wants you to do is use their software because they're a software and a hardware company.
Yeah.
So Apple knows that, well, even though you're competing with us on like iMovie, that's a consumer grade product.
Yeah.
The Blackmagic products are more for professionals, and they're going to spend a lot more than a consumer would.
Yeah.
Because a consumer would be like, well, I can spend hundreds of dollars on a camera and this other stuff, whereas the professionals spend thousands, tens of thousands, and the super professional hundreds of thousands of dollars on this equipment. So, did you already have the equipment, or when did you start buying it?
No, so I got the FX30 like 2.5, 3 months ago.
Oh wow, so recently.
So everything up until like 2.5, 3 months ago has been basically iPhone or Sony A5000 with a kit lens.
Nice.
Yeah, genuinely. And very trickled in that Sony A5000 with a kit lens because that thing sucks, But yeah, mostly the phone, dude, honestly. And that was, I just got the iPhone 16 Plus like 5 months ago. So even that was like, I was on like a 15 before that. It's just forcing creativity, you know what I mean? And then that's something I'm not very good at up until a year and a half ago. So now I'm just in this land where I'm trying to push it and be as creative as possible because I know the result on that is like a variable return. You know what I mean? Like you can't calculate it.
Right. Do you think it's gotten easier to be creative, or is it still kind of hard filling it out?
Today it's way easier. Yeah, dude. I mean, my development company's business name is One Goal, One Dream, Financial Freedom, and like that's literally
the long name,
and it's super creative. You know what I mean? Like it's. I was just not creative at all up until like a year and a half ago, and now I do find that I can get into bad habits with my creativity, where in short form, you don't want to be kind of lengthy how I'm being right now,
Right.
Oh, I just try to be lengthy.
And so I've been trying to make it a real habit to like script my videos so that when I get on site to where I'm filming, my natural instincts of like being excited and ranting don't kick in, and I kind of go back and I'm referring to this script that I'm like lightly following, So that's been a big help in building on creativity, because I'm like, now that I'm able to do so and be creative, I'll get on site or where I'm getting to film and I just have so many ideas, like, oh, we could do this, and that ends up turning a half-hour film session into like a 2-hour film session, and it's like, okay, I have one coming up this Friday, and I've been scripting the TikToks that I want to make off of it for like a week and a half, because when the two people get there and I get there, I want to make sure I don't waste their time and I don't waste my time, and just flood it with ideas, and actually execute something on camera, So.
Which of your businesses will this be for?
The affordable housing business.
Okay.
So I'm bringing on a local realtor. She is the one representing our development. She's like a Alice O'Brien recipient. A lot of her mission is shrinking the homeownership gap in minorities.
What's the Alyssa? I'm sorry, you said
the Alice O'Brien Award is something that the City of St. Paul awards businesses. I don't want to misspeak. It's people who know it will know it.
Sure.
I don't want to misspeak to it, but apparently it's very competitive. And of course, I'm in a land where, dude, what is a title and award? I'm a full entrepreneur. Our award is like selling a business. You know what I mean? But that award apparently gives a lot of credibility.
Sure. And you have to work with a realtor.
You have to work with a realtor, so we're defaulting there. But yeah, so I'm having her on, and then a lady from Bell Bank to talk about some like down payment assistance available. I get a lot of questions about that, like what kind of money people can use in the community to buy homes. And so, yeah, just trying to get that kind of information to the community, and we'll see what happens with it. I go in phases where I like focus on my personal and like the cleaning business, and then I'll focus on the developments, and then I'll show a little boxing, and then but social media really likes you to niche down, you know, like just kind of show. The big thing now is like, I think it's very interest heavy. Like you can have basically people with not a lot of followers get like loads of views because they make like an interesting series, you know what I mean? And it like attracts those eyes, and it might not even be scripted well, but the series, can I make $10,000 in a week? Now everyone's like, oh, I want to see if this guy can actually make $10,000 in a week. Let's follow this kid, you know? And that stuff tends to stick, especially with like our 8 brains in today's society. And how that,
Okay, great.
like the algorithm's just pushing us down this path of just like, this is great, you know?
The niching thing makes a lot of sense to me. Go back couple of years here, because you're a young person. You're in your what, late 20s?
Yeah, 28 now.
You didn't have to tell me the age.
Yeah.
But no.
It sounded like you were fishing for it.
Basically 30, thanks.
I'm basically 100, thanks.
No, you're 15, I'm 12. We established that.
We did that in the last episode.
What?
This episode
Now does it
age,
count?
They take place at different
Dude, I'm
times.
8. That's real.
Well, compared to us, if we were those ages, yes, you'd be even younger than that, just to be clear. You start filming yourself as like a Twitch streamer. Did I hear that right?
Oh yeah, man. That was
What's
a long
your
time
first
ago.
when did you start getting into YouTube and Twitch and like all these things are? See, YouTube to us when it first came out was 4-minute videos. Well, that's nothing. That's just that's a trifle. But now it's 4 minutes of TikToks would be an eternity.
That would be forever. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing because I have a bunch of old YouTube videos from like 2015, even like 2013.
So you're an 18-year-old? You're younger? You're in high school and you're doing this?
Oh, dude, junior high. Like, no lie. So I have really old YouTube videos. And my first gaming video was like my freshman year in high school. And when me and my son go to sleep, sometimes I'll be like, come on, we're going to watch. Like, sometimes he wants to watch Mr. Beast on his TV, and we'll go to sleep and watch Jimmy. Or before we turn it off and then like read and lay down.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll trick him by throwing my videos up. And so it'll be Skyrim from like 2011. I'm like, hey guys, it's Michael. And my son's like, no, I'm not watching this. And I'll be like, wow, what are you saying? I'm not a YouTuber? He's like, Dad, you have 1 like. I'm like, wow, bro.
It's a lot more than other people.
So,
wait, your 5-year-old knows about likes?
Literally, dude. He's
Why would
like,
they
Dad,
know
you have
about
1
likes?
like.
Like a 5-year-old in my house, I hope does not know about likes.
I'm like, it has 6 actually. Why are you blaming me like that? Yeah, no, a long time ago. I just, I played sports, and then I was very competitive, and then I got injured in like early in high school, and I started playing Call of Duty, and then through that, like I always played video games a little bit, like growing up, like with my friends in the house, and then with my brothers, played GameCube and stuff. But
that dates you, okay.
yeah, no, and right around, I started trying to do the Twitch thing like sophomore year in high school, so that's like 2013, 2014, and I mean, I was going hard at it for a while. Whatever year, I think Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was like 2013. And so I was going literally probably like 6 months straight where I was streaming all the time with the camera.
Nice.
Got up to like, I think it was like 400 and some like followers.
Wow.
To the point where I had like the consistent 5 people who would show up, when they get the notification. I just always wanted to, I don't know. I've just always been, I feel like I've always been fishing a bit in that regard. Like, what is going to stick? I know this stuff sticks. Like, I know it's working. Like, I know it's working for others. And I know it's kind of like blowing up as an industry. So why not dabble in it? That's kind of how it started. And then it kind of quickly turned into, like, as I got older, like, okay, they're changing their lives off of this. Like, we know what this is, and even on a smaller level.
Do you know anyone like personally that's done it? I maybe know like 1 or 2.
Yeah, so personally, I have a family member who his he built a speaking business, so a business for public speakers. It's a bunch of softwares that, you know, if they buy into their services, XYZ. And his business through social media. And it actually resulted in him having a 7-figure exit on that business and going into game development, which is like a shift, you know. And it blew up because they built a video game for their booth. They do like marketing booths, sales booths. They programmed a video game for their booth. And that ended up blowing them up and blowing their Instagram up. And then so they started running and pivoting, like showing the process of that. They started selling that product to speakers, which then turned their business into like massive profit, because instead of selling like apps, they're selling coded games for 6 figures. And so that was like insane.
Wait,
so that
someone
was like
would buy a game for like 6 figures?
A booth game.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I've been in the corporate world for a while and seen money spent at these
insane.
conferences and a variety of ways. So yeah,
it's insane.
It makes sense to me that.
And this game that they coded is like Fruit Ninja. Like things pop up. So all instead of like the fruit, it's all their softwares that pop up, and they have at this point they have like 80 different softwares that they are within this program, you know, that they offer.
So this worked as an inspiration to you then,
yeah,
as
I was
a
like,
young
man,
person, and then
yeah.
But wait, connect. Okay, so a year and a half ago, like 2 years ago, it sounds like you started getting into the video stuff. Go back to just like 3 years ago. What was? I didn't know you 3 years ago, did I?
Yeah, man.
I don't think I did.
No. 3 years ago.
When your son was 2, because your son's 5 now, I can do that math.
Yeah, no. I was just actually probably getting fired from my last W-2 job, so I wasn't doing much of any content, honestly. I was just getting into the like affordable housing space. We were working hard on our first application. Like I said, I knew I'm not working until I'm 60. As crazy as that sounds, like I'll work as much as I can today, all day, every day. My wife will tell you, to a detriment, to make sure that there's a point real soon here where we can go look at some warm places, you know? And that we'll see how it goes, but that's just kind of the way I have been living. And so, yeah, I kind of got fired from there because I was taking too many meetings and going to have too many
meetings.
Literally, that October I got fired. I was at my development site probably like 3 days out of the week, every week. And I was supposed to be there 40 hours. They're like, this isn't gonna work. And I was like, well, actually, this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to go. And so it literally just turned into, I gotta make it now. I got no job. I got a kid. I got until I'm 30 to make it shake. So I'm really working and pushing hard with a date in mind, an end date in mind. And if it kind of doesn't go right, then I got to start flying Indeed apps and step back into what life really is, and not
apps. Wait,
Indeed.
Yeah, get back on Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
9 to 5 grind.
Yeah, start letting them fly. You can't just. I'm as much as I'm like, this is awesome and it's been going okay. You know what I mean? We have to be real on like the level of effort this takes versus the level of experiences I like to have with my family, and what's this gonna be like through the 30s? It's got to get a little simpler at some point.
So you've got one job that I met you through, the gym, and then you're building you've already got the cleaning business, and that's been around 2 years?
So we bought that 2 years ago.
You bought it from somebody.
So that was a play off of not, I was gonna say panic, but off of I got no job. There's this kid who lives close to us. He owns a cleaning business. He works for the city. He can't really operate it because he's too busy. It was doing 6 figures a year with a lady from the Philippines whose living room was flooding 3 times a month. I'm not literally flooding over I know that's but we literally offered do you want to move? We'll pay you to move. And she's like, no, it's okay. She's literally working. And you can hear water pouring. This is not to be. But and she's like, we offered, we were fronting her month's pay and try to literally.
This is not a
seriously,
sustainable way of getting by in the world.
Yes, dude.
But you bought this business and now you've grown the business. And you're buying other business. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. And then the gym, I see you there. But the affordable housing thing, how does one get into that?
Yeah, so that's what I really love. That if I could do nothing else but build houses, I would only do that. Just it doesn't pay every day.
But that's extremely expensive. So you go get loans, and then you're building houses, and then you sell the houses, and you use that to get more loans to build more houses. Is that close?
Yeah, and then the asterisk in there is there has to be a partner willing to lose a lot of money because the houses are selling for a lot less than what you build them for here.
But wait, how does that work?
How is this sustainable?
Do they
then?
get like
How do
a grant or like a
Yeah, so this
tax
is
break?
this is the crazy thing that people kind of find out with my developments and why my TikToks have been kind of going, because a lot of people think investing is like you spend less than what you sell it for, and then you make your money in the in between. We need housing, man. We need housing in St. Paul, and so the feds realize that, the state realizes that, the city realizes that, all the way down to the like the partners in the city, the neighborhood partners. And so there are a lot of organizational bodies in the city and the city themselves who, in order to get developments done, they have to be willing to lose X amount of money to produce that housing. Because like for my duplex I'm building, built it for $700,000. It's
not
in
gonna
the
sell
east
for
side.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
we're not
gonna
in
be
Beverly
a lot
Hills.
less,
Like it's selling for 400, and who's going to lose that 300K? You know, someone's got to be
Somebody who's getting subsidized in a different way.
bingo.
Okay, so it's finding that's interesting. But I mean, clearly, I'm aware of a housing crisis
Yeah.
going on.
Yes, and in St. Paul, it's the worst of the worst. Like you can Google St. Paul permits pulled, and you'll find article after article, lowest permit pull in the history of St. Paul, almost record low in the country. Like new houses aren't being built, and so the city attempts to kind of inject that, to kind of stifle the market and keep it moving, keep houses going.
No, the opposite is stifle. They want to.
Yes, sorry, yes.
Ignite
Yes,
the-
ignite. And I almost said artificially ignite because but it
it's
is
artificial,
kind
I
of.
mean,
It is. They're trying to spark the market a bit. You know what I mean? So, but again, to wrap it back, all of this is accelerated, honest to God, in today's times. If one video pops, like if you get one, it goes from you have the potential to do this to now we have the potential to do this. And so that's the reason to show, videos on the affordable housing side. There's people younger than me who, just because they have a couple good videos hit, they go from developing one Airbnb to developing on 40 acres. And it's not because of capacity, it's due to the ability to obtain eyes on their projects, you know what I mean? And those eyes end up being people with money.
How many projects do you have going on at one time?
So currently just the one.
Okay.
We just have the one, yeah. So next year I'll have two, so we're stepping up. I'm leveling up.
Going from one, I only got
One
one
to
house
two,
in my
no,
life.
bro. I mean, 1 to 2. So we presented 5. That's what I'm like. So we got out
40%
with
hit
2.
rate's pretty good.
I know, right? we were gonna go in and present 12. Like we present 12 and get 25%. That's 4. We were like, that's literally how we approached it. We're like, we'll go with 5. So, but yeah.
How did you learn about this?
Through my business partner Donovan, he does market rate developments.
Okay.
So he gets.
He's not sitting there. Just
No, yeah.
He's
He's always next to me.
right here.
Yeah, literally.
Your wife, then Donovan.
Yeah, basically. I just did a video with him recently on my Instagram and TikTok. He went down to Houston, bought a duplex, and then realized like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to work until I'm 90. And he didn't want to do that. And so he ended up just being able to find cheap land, find capital investors, and they ended up turning a bunch of deals down in Houston. And I'm just learning through him. We're playing Apex Legends through COVID, and I'm just bothering him all night. Like, how do we go about doing this? What should I do this? Okay, I got this info. How about this?
That's
now?
another video game. Apex
Yeah.
Legends. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Oh yeah. I'm on the video games, basically planning the future. And luckily, like things lined up very weirdly when it came to all that time and programs opening up with the city and like the site we're developing on. A year prior to it being in the program, I told my wife, why can't I develop on this site? I've walked past it for 10 years. Then it ends up being in the program that I'm in. And then it ends up being the only lot we were awarded out of the original 4 that I responded. So it was like very weird. Things just lined up,
You would hope that there are people looking at these things and can make, look at the proximity this person has to this.
Yes.
And they're applying. I hope that's how government systems work.
That's what
any
I would
system,
hope.
But
yeah, literally.
one knows that.
Not really. It's not that efficient.
Unfortunately so. Okay, so how do your business partners feel about your videos?
I mean, Element loves it.
Yes.
Element loves it. my cleaners love it because, you know, this month alone, our Facebook ad to the video that we shot, it's added like $4,000 in revenue, and I'm not cleaning any of those homes. Like, that's our team getting paid, you know? And one day very soon, I hope the development side will love it, you know, because it'll blow up in that way. I think that, yeah, it's helpful. One thing that I have found is quickly when you involve other people, you become a producer of a video rather than like a participant in that video. And and that almost happens naturally because like they've seen that I'm on camera so much, you know what I mean? So that's kind of been the interesting thing is like, as I have friends or like my business partners come on camera, trying to get us to be just like us, you know, and not like, okay, let's produce this scene, boom. Let's produce this scene, boom. And so that's been a new challenge that I found, kind of off of doing the content, but they love it. They're down for it. Let's keep rolling it is what they think, you know what I mean?
I'm going to pivot to the documentary you made. What was the subject of the documentary?
At Element Gym?
You've only made one
yeah,
6-minute
just the
documentary,
one.
right?
Yeah.
Is it released yet?
It is, yeah. So I
It's
released
on
that thing May of this year.
Okay.
Is when we were at
Right
Battle
after it happened.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I shot it, and I spent that whole weekend. I mean, no, because Battle of the Badges was like a Saturday. I spent all Sunday and Monday. The thing was up by Tuesday.
Slow down.
Damn, that's pretty
Explain
quick.
Battle of the Badges
Yeah.
to everyone, and then we'll go back to process because
Yeah.
it sounds like you edited like it was a 48-hour, which you did not have to do normally.
I didn't have to do it,
Yeah.
dude. I was obsessed. Battle of the Badge, you know, Element does a non-profit charity event basically, where they have police officers and other first responders come in and box each other for the first time. Normally we host it at Myth year to year, and this year I was like, let's see. I'm doing this content thing for Element. Nobody wants no one's asking me for a documentary, but it would be cool if we could like produce something that is presentable, you know, off of this kind of cool experience that happens. You get a bunch of like the fighters or first responders family members. There's liquor, so you know they're super excited and lit, screaming. You know, there's ring girls, there's the whole nine, you know. So and then this last year you met Hector. Hector helps with like the podcast at Element Gym, and then he also is basically my video. I was gonna say dad, but basically he's like
daddy.
That's what I was gonna literally say.
Hey,
As I said
Daddy,
that, that's what I was gonna say. But he's a very knowledgeable dude in like video production. He helped me basically be able to like capture that whole event. We were reproducing it on like these drop down screens that Myth have. So we had like 4 cameras set up, these Panasonic cameras, capturing the event and replaying it on screen so like the upper deck could see it. Pretty cool experience. And I just decided let's try to film something. So I don't know, I didn't have it like a thought or a style going into it. I just knew, like, I've watched a whole lot of short docs on fighting, a big UFC and like boxing and MMA fan. So I was like, let's see what I can run. I've watched loads. Pause on that. There's a guy in the UFC who films their embedded episodes. His name is Anatomy of a Fighter. My cleaning business cleans for him.
Oh,
and
wow,
so
nice.
like and so I look up to him and like his films. So I was like, and then when I found out through my cleaner, she's like, you know, this guy has a 1 million subscriber YouTube page named Anatomy of a Fighter. I was like, I literally looked at my phone. I was like, stopped everything I was doing. I was like, this is insane. And yeah, so I've been able to bounce some thoughts like off of him, just of like how to capture and like draw the viewer's eyes to certain, you know, like certain sections of the grid or the frame, you know. So just went in and shot a bunch of videos, man, and then went to my editor, like my editing software, and was like, let's see what we can build. And I think it ended up pretty cool. What really was the challenge is I realized like how important audio is. The second I got it into the editor, I was like, oh my God, the video's cool, but like
You can't listen to
Audio's
this.
not great.
holy shit, dude! Like, dude, I was so stressed. So, I had the video done in terms of like the cuts and the transitions and within like 4 hours. The next 2 days was like, what am I gonna do sound wise? And that's when I realized, dude, this is a whole world. This whole video production world is a multifaceted like beast, and to like, you have to. like almost niche down initially because there's so much to learn. Like as much as you know about audio, as much as like Hector may know about like producing like massive events, like video production on massive events. He does MMA events in like North Dakota. He relies on people in his team for things, you know,
specialized
like audio and things of this nature. And then when I seen you guys at the gym, I'm like, holy! They came in and filmed a like a fun short.
Oh, you're explaining to the audience
pugilism,
about a JK production.
Yes, sorry.
No, that's fine. We love people
Just to
talking
give
about our work.
context.
Right,
Please.
yeah.
It
Talk about
was
us.
great. It was great. But I was like, oh my God, this is amazing, dude. You guys are a unit. You guys aren't playing around. Like I was like I'm looking, I didn't even want to mess with you that day. I was like, yo, this is something serious here, boy. So immediately I seen that and I was like, okay, you guys are the experts. Don't ask me a lick of nothing, boy. I'm out here just like, so much respect because there's something to organize a team. You know, you have a vision on something and to organize that team, go in with intent. Like I know the excitement of film day, you know, like keep everybody on the ball and like, okay, we're going this. Keep Dalton and Slink on it. Like boom, okay, now here. Boom, okay, now.
2 actors in the movie.
Yes.
Dalton, who he works with, and Slink, who boxes out of Element.
Yes. So like it's not easy, you know. So.
Well, if it was easy, we would be French.
What? What's that mean?
I don't know. Fuck the French. Today I'm mad at the French.
Funny.
Yesterday it was the
If they were
Irish, today's the
ugly
French.
and unworthy of life, it would be the Irish.
Side note: my brother's a historian like nut, and he loves Napoleon. And so to make fun of my brother, the other day I was like, Napoleon took the 0-16 Detroit Lions and made them Super Bowls champions. Basically, say that like, you know, he took I don't mean to go into it. You know, he took France and made them into. And of course, my brother is like a historian legend because then he goes into the fact that like apparently France was dominant for like 500 years prior to that.
Yeah,
and I don't know anything about that, so I'm like, damn, that didn't work at all.
Come on,
but it
man.
sounded really funny. You know
They
what
made
I
a
mean?
Napoleon movie finally, and it had the Joker in it.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
We both fell asleep during that movie, didn't we?
I did not see that movie.
Oh, you weren't there?
No.
Okay, it was me and
I didn't get to see
somebody
it
else.
either. Is it good?
There's a longer version on Apple TV.
That doesn't mean, was it good though?
There's a longer version on Apple TV.
It's probably
So
better.
no.
Yeah, I guess just to comment on what you're saying, it's more I would call the folks that were there that day semi-professionals because some are full-time professionals like previous guest of the show, Brandon Mitchell, and there are others who are like myself who, you know, have a 9-to-5 corporate job and then work when I can make movies, and I'm spending money to make the movies. Other people are sometimes getting paid, sometimes better than other times. There's a commercial market locally that is thriving because we have the second most advertising jobs per capita. So there's a lot of commercial advertising that comes out of here.
Oh wow.
And so there are people who are, you say a half-hour thing goes to 2 hours, they'd say, let's make this half-hour thing 10 minutes and 8 of those are me at the craft table, you know, because I can just come in and get what I need and then I'm out.
Yeah.
So I guess it's interesting to hear you say, hey, I want to be done working at 60. You sound like someone that would get bored after that. Just being retired.
Oh my gosh, yeah, dude. That's what's funny about that is, and I always say I'm one away. I'm the curse of I'm always one away.
One what?
Right now I'm one daycare or apartment building or small office cleaning, like us cleaning.
This is an advertisement.
Yes,
to
if you'd like us to clean. One away from us doing 20K a month every month. We won't go under 20K. But then again, then I'm one away from 25 and I'm one away from 30. So I'm right now with Element.
Building.
I'm one away from this. So I'm always one away, you know?
I have been told by ex-girlfriends nothing's ever good enough for you.
Wow.
And
Why'd you bring that up? Shout out to Cal's
It's related
ex-girlfriends.
to what he's saying. It's
Yeah.
like nothing's ever good enough, so you just want to keep going and keep getting
But
to
that's
the thing.
almost everybody though. I don't make an argument that's everybody.
yeah,
Even the rich
you know,
people.
by him being so specific, he's actually been very universal in the thoughts he shared.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear
Yeah.
brother.
It's nice to know that other people feel the way you feel. Just
Right, yeah. Like you're not alone. Yeah.
You're not.
Well, I didn't say it was, but thank
I
you.
know, and I'm turning to you because this is the end of this segment. End of the series,
It's
right?
the end of the series. Yes, we
I
had a
keep track
great.
of time. I'm doing
And I
this.
just, I want to end. I don't want this to end like I'm some entrepreneurial maniac, dude. When I get to relax, I relax, bro. That's why I just say gaming, dude. Like when on the days where I'm relaxing, don't call me, bro. I'm trying to get to relaxing. That's
Can I
why
text
it's hard.
on those days?
Oh, yeah, dude, you text me and I like message you on Facebook like, is that you? My phone is so overwhelming, dude. I'm like, I see your face here. Is this Kyle?
You're running your life off of it.
I know,
You're
dude.
running 2 businesses. It
Just
sounds
gotta
like,
leave
well,
it.
and partnered in a 3rd one.
Yeah.
So that's probably a big part of why the phone. Oh, it's bringing me so much stress in my
Yeah,
life.
man.
But also reward. It's worth it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to end with saying I do like to relax, and let's have that awkward pause right there.
If your wife is listening to this or watching, you're like, no, I do like to relax.
I do. We can watch that movie, that TV episode. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, man.
I turn to you, dear brother.
Well, to wrap up, Michael, we usually ask our guests, who should we ask to be on the podcast?
Give him
Any
some more
recommendations?
context as he's,
Well, yeah, our
name.
Midwest filmmakers we could ask to be on the podcast. I know content creators,
Well, no, I think if you make moving pictures,
moving
you
pictures.
count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
moving
You make
pictures.
moving pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
I also say content creators.
Well, I think these people don't like content because it's like, I make content. That's gross.
We're making content right now.
What? This is content?
Yeah.
You're
Well, I
consuming
think-
content.
I think it depends, dude. To be honest, my wife is like, she always is like, dude.
We never have on the people when they say have my spouse on. We never.
No,
take
no,
those.
I'm-
It's usually the other way around.
Because my wife will say the people I like are boring. You know what I mean?
What?
They're like, dude,
Oh
they're.
man.
Oh, Kyle's real boring. You like him though, right?
No, so she's like,
doesn't like me.
don't recommend any of the people. But I think there's a couple of people locally who do like really cool things. I guess that I'll name drop Bryn Dennison. A lot of like what she's been able to build, or I don't want to like decredit the work she's putting in the real world and say Instagram is like, giving her all there, because that's not the real thing. But it helps when you're creative on social media, especially in the real estate space. And then Callie with Life Juices is probably another, like, he's a fun guy who does a lot of cool, interesting stuff. He's from the same generation as Dalton, so he's like I look at him like an old head is what I call him. He's like an older guy.
You know, Dalton and I are around the same age, right?
Wow, he's so offended. Maybe we should end.
I'm not offended.
That is unreal.
Yeah,
Really?
don't-
How about we just act like you're 28 too?
I am not.
I thought you were 15 and you're 12 and I'm
Yeah,
7 or
what?
Yes, yes,
5.
You've
dude.
gotten younger.
Yeah, I'm degressing in age.
5 is the age you would be if I were 15. Just
I would say one of them, just because they're doing cool things and they're a part of Cool Stuff Daily. Like Callie owns that Life Juice thing, so he's like pressing juices off Lexington and University,
Ooh, nice.
daily, and then he's like got a greenhouse out there, so they're doing cool things.
Oh, wow. And these people have made content that you've now consumed, and it's helped,
Yeah, definitely. Especially Bryn, because the first like 6 months, it's nice to have people local, like, because you don't see a lot of people locally who are just open with it, and trying to have fun. And I struggle to just be open and like relax, have fun.
Are you from
with
Minnesota?
It. Oh yeah.
I've diagnosed the problem.
What?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, because I'm not from Minnesota. Explain it.
Oh, people from Minnesota people in the Midwest in general are not encouraged to be out there and as open. Like you think of the East Coast and you think of people being like very in your face and direct. And you think of the West Coast as, hey man, everything's great. We gotta like all be cool and happy and stuff. But that's bullshit.
I wouldn't call it being direct being open though. Being blunt and being asshole-y isn't being open.
Well,
Like
I mean,
in your
there's
face.
there's lots of different types of openness, as you would know.
Yes, because I'm a very open person.
You are.
Yeah.
You're not like a big extrovert all the time, but
No, not all the time.
You're
Only on the show.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
figures. Okay.
I always have to
this is a
speak to the audience every time.
Yeah, it's helpful. Yeah, that's obviously you're so extrovert. Is this where we're ending?
Yeah, this is where we're gonna end. 2 great recommendations. We should reach out to them. What do you like? Wow. All
I
right.
get to, like,
I think
move
that
my
was a
body on the
great debate on Smashing Machine.
We had a great debate on the
Yes,
Smashing
and
Machine
we'll
that
catch you
we've
guys
already
next
heard.
time.
Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN. Join us next time for another bait.